Welcome to the world of exploration. Welcome to the world of learning. Let's start exploring. Let's start learning. This is your very own educator, teacher, philosopher, guide, guru, mentor, facilitator, one and all, and this is the one-stop destination that is English GURUKUL, the Odyssey of education, or the edifice of education. And this is Sukriti Joshi, ma'am, right? So you have come to the right destination. This is the only destination for you guys out there in order to learn. And we can all learn, bloom, blossom, and grow together, right? So having said that, let's dive deep into the recesses and let's start learning. Alright, so having said that, let's dive deep into the recesses and let's start learning. So we would be in today's session covering job application, which is a part of CBSE class 12 curriculum, right? So what do we actually mean by job application? I would like to ask you guys. First and foremost, my dear learners, my dear students, my dear pupils, just give it a thought, right? Just try to think about it, just ponder over the fact, what do you understand by the word job application or by the term job application? Imagined? Alright, so let's start off now. So employment application means the letter written for getting a job. It is acting as the primary mean of introducing the job seeker to the employer, right? So tomorrow you would be going in for job interviews and you would be applying for jobs, various kinds of jobs in different arenas, right? So you would be writing jobs application for it, right? So which is also known as resume. So resume would be included in your listing. So through the job application, job seeker offers his or her labor and service for a return. Therefore, the application for employment acts as a personal advertisement. Job application contains appeal for the job along with the job seeker's personal data like name, address, qualification, and experience, right? So now, coming on to resume part. So resume refers to a person's, I'll just zoom it out so that it is visible for you guys as well and you're able to clearly see, right? So resume refers to a person's life, experience, and achievements. It should be representative of all your personal and professional details, right? In a specified format. So there should be a proper format that you should follow when you're applying for any sort of job, right? So it is generally divided into 4 parts. We get to see the personal details, we get to see the qualification part, we get to see the experience part, and we get to see the references part, right? So we put references at the end, right? So at least 2 or 3 references are required, right? Minimum 2, right? Alright, then we come on to the breakup part. So the breakup of 5 marks for class 12, English writing skills, job application, and resume. As per CBSE marking scheme, you can just go ahead. So we get to see for the format, we do have the sender's address, we have the date, we have the receiver's address, we have the subject, then we have the heading, subject or the heading, they are the same. So whatever you may choose to call it. Then we get to see the salutation part, we come across it, and the complimentary clause, right? All of this would make it to 1 mark, right? So even if you have written this, you'll be gaining 1 mark, right? Then we come on to the content part, which is of 2 marks, right? So whatever content you would be writing down, whatever the way you are framing your content, your answer, you would be gaining 2 marks if it is correct, right? Then we come on to the expression part. The way you express it, how coherent you are while expressing your views, right? It will be of 2 marks in totality, right? So in totality, it would make it to 5 marks. 2 marks plus 2 marks make it to 4 plus 1, that makes it to 5, right? Then you have to note that no marks are to be awarded if only the format is given. Credit should be given for the candidate's creativity in presentation of ideas. So you have to be creative enough, right? You have to make sure that you're using both the traditional and the new format that is permitted, that is allowed, right? Mixing of formats is not permitted, it is not allowed as per CBSE guidelines. Job application and resume is crucial not only from point of view of the examination, but it is important in the long run also, right? So it is not only important for your current CBSE board exams, but it would actually enhance your writing creativity part, writing skills part, your coherence part, everything for the future as well. And when you tomorrow, for instance, tomorrow you have to apply for a job, you will be definitely be able to create an application that would be different from others, that would be having a lot of creativity, right? So that the recruiter would, think of, not only think, but also would definitely employ you, right? So yeah, and for that we present before you the proper format to enable you to write the ideal job application letter along with the biodata, right? So job application format for CBSE Class 12. Job application consists of 2 parts. The covering letter we get to see, which the covering letter, or which is basically the appeal over here refers to the main thing that we get to see before the resume. And the resume, so now we are going to discuss about the cover letter. So the format for the covering letter is similar to the format of formal letter. So it is somewhat similar, right? So if we talk about the format of formal letter, you all have you all are familiar with how to write formal letters, whether it be a letter to the editor, right? So if the format would be same, the content also you have to somewhat, you can just whatever qualities you have, you just can pen down those qualities, and you can let the recruiter know about it. So the format for the covering letter is similar to the format of a formal letter. It goes on like sender's address. So the sender's address is usually put on the top left hand corner. So it is usually put on the top left hand corner, right? And then we come on to the date part, like similar to letter, right? After sender's address we will have date, then the sender's address is followed by the date below it. This is the date on which the letter is being written. So obviously you will write down the date on which the letter is being written, right? You will not write down the date the day before or of the day after, right? So the sender's address is followed by the date just below it. This is the date on which the letter is being written. It is to be written in expanded form, right? Then we come on to the third part, which is receiver's address. So whether to write to above the address depends on the writer's preference. So make sure you write the official title, name or position, etc. of the receiver as the first line of the address. So talking about the subject, then we sum up the purpose of writing the letter in one line. This helps the receiver focus on the subject of the letter in one glance. It is important to underline the subject. So make sure that you underline the word subject as well, and you have to sum up basically what is the purpose, what is the objective, right? What is the aim of writing the letter in one line. So you should be able to sum up, right? This helps the receiver focus on the subject of the letter in one glance. So this way, for example, I'm a recruiter, so I won't have to waste my time and energy in reading everything. I just read the subject. If I find the subject to be relevant, I'll go through the resume, right? And therefore hire you people. Just kidding. So salutations. This is where you greet the person you are addressing the letter to. Bear in mind that it is a formal letter, so the greeting must be respectful and not too personal. The general greetings used in formal letter are, so we actually make use of general greetings. What are they? Sir or madam, or we can say ma'am also, right? So even if we say ma'am, that would suffice, right? Then we come on to the body part, right? So we get to see how in the body, this is the main content of the letter. So it is neither divided into so it is either, I was thinking how can it be neither, it is either divided into three parts, that are the paragraphs, right? 3 paragraphs or 2 paragraphs. So ideally it should be 3, but even if it is 2, you have conveyed your thought, you have conveyed what you wanted to say, it's okay, right? So the tone of the content should be formal. Do not make use of any flowery language over there. You are not supposed to go out and just put out flowery words in the air over there. You are writing it in a formal way for a formal situation, so try to make use of normal vocabulary, right, which everyone can understand and relate to. So another point to keep in mind is that the letter should be concise and to the point, and it should be concise and to the point, right? So it should convey what you want to convey, right? So keep it short, keep it concise, keep it to the point, and always be respectful. And you are supposed to be respectful whenever you are writing down. The tone should be respectful and concentrate in your language. Then we come on to paragraph 1. So you have to begin the body of the letter by mentioning the source from where you got to know about the job. So it could be the Times of India, it could be the Hindustan Times, it could be Navbharat, it could be Dainik Jagran, it could be I think I've covered all. Any other newspaper you just can cover, right? Or through any advertisement, or through any anything often from where you got to know, right? Any website, anything, you can mention that. Of information about the job, example newspaper, along with the day, date and advertisement number. So you have to mention the day, date and the advertisement number. What was the number of that advertisement, right? Also mention the post you wish to apply for. You also have to mention the post for which you are applying for. For example, if you're applying for the post of manager, you have to state that. If you're applying for the post of executive manager, or for the post of director, or for the post of JD, that is joint director, right? Or for the beginners, I would say, if you're writing, or if you wish to apply, you can apply for the post of manager, or for the post of TGT, or for the post of PGT, right? In teaching job, if we talk about, then for the post of PGT, right? Or for the post of TGT. That's how you are supposed to frame. Then paragraph 2, here you are supposed to offer your candidature by briefing about your qualification. So here what you are supposed to do is you are supposed to offer your candidature by briefing about your qualifications. What are your qualifications? From where did you do your schooling? From where did you do your graduation or masters, whatever qualification or achievements you have been able to make, right? So previous experiences, what are your, if you have worked in any company, or if you have worked in any other school previously, then you can write your previous experiences and your strengths, and what are your strengths, right? So in other words, this paragraph should be an answer to the question. So in other words, this should be the answer to the question. How are the perfect, that question being is that how are you the perfect candidate for this job? That, you know, sometimes you must have seen recruiters, if you have given any interview, asking that why should we hire you, or how are you the perfect candidate. So your paragraph 2 should be able to answer that question. That's it. Then keep in mind that it should be to the point and clear, and you have to keep in mind that it should be to the point and clear, that we have already dealt with, as I've mentioned earlier also in this lecture, right? So you should not sound boastful. So it shouldn't be that you are coming out to be it shouldn't be that you are being you are boasting about yourself, right? It shouldn't be that. So what is real, just show that, right? So paragraph 3 is, in this part of the body you are supposed to make a reference to the photograph that is passport sized, resume or curriculum vitae, and other detailed documents that you have enclosed. So you are supposed to make use of you are supposed to make reference to the photograph, passport, which should be passport size photograph minded, right? Keep that in mind. Resume or curriculum vitae, and other detailed documents that you have enclosed. You can also appeal for a one-on-one interview, right? And the body on a promising note, that is for example, looking forward to your positive response. So complimentary so you can end the body on a promising note, that should be that looking forward for your or to your positive response. And complimentary clause would be at the end of your letter we write a so at the end of your letter we actually we write a complimentary closing. The words yours faithfully or yours sincerely are used, and keep that in mind that nowadays we make use of yours sincerely most of the time. So in order to be on a safer side, go in for yours sincerely. All right. Then we have signature here. Basically what you do is here you finally sign your name, right? Then write your name in block letters. So block letters, that means in caps, right? Note, you have to note. All right, so beneath the signature, so obviously you'll sign, and then beneath the signature you have to mention your name in block letters. This is how the recipient will know who is sending the letter, and this is how it's obvious that how the person who would be receiving the letter, the recruiter, would come to know about the candidate's nature and stature and state, not stature but state, right? All right. Then note, mention the name given in the question paper. Do not mention your personal details. So you are supposed to make sure that you are mentioning the details that have been mentioned in the or given in the question paper, rather than just mentioning your own personal details. You are not supposed to in the examination hall mention about your personal details. Keep that in mind. All right, I'll finish off over here, and then we'll continue from here in my next session, right? So this is Sukriti Joshi, ma'am. Just give me a second. Alright, so this is Sukriti Joshi, ma'am. I hope you liked my lecture. I hope you are enjoying the series, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload any such video, informative video, right? So all the very best for your boards, and keep working hard and smart, and keep learning. Let's all keep learning. Let's all keep learning and enriching our, keep learning and enriching our souls, right? And let's all keep evolving, right? With this, I would like to sign off. Bye bye.